And we're live. Hi, everyone. Jessica Humphreys.
And Bruno from EnerJize Optimal Health.
Your optimal health resource online. Sorry, we've practiced that again. I did.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, and welcome back to our Energy TV.
2019.
We hope that you had an amazing holiday period, and that 2019 has started off on a health journey, a bang, and we wish that everything that you'd like to bring into your life will manifest in 2019 for you. Beautiful. So we have a question. Actually, no, we'll just go over quickly some new things that we're going to be doing for 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be continuing offering you Facebook Lives, but this time it's going to be, oops, yeah, it's true, I'm near, five times per week. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:30, we're going to be on EnerJize.ca, the one we're on today. On Tuesdays, it's going to be on my page, and I'm going to be doing fitness, yoga, positive self-image, a little bit of mindset.
On Thursdays, it will be on my page, and we'll talk about the mindset and also environmental issues.
Good.
And Friday, we'll be back on EnerJize.
Definitely. Good.
For some outdoor surprises.
Yes. Friday's always just kind of like real life, a little bit of raw TV. So if you're just arriving, a little heart or a thumbs up. I really have to get used to it.
Hello, Sylvain.
And just to let us know that you're there. And yeah, so maybe just cuckoo, hey, even if it's the replay. So we have a question for you. Now it's the, New Year's resolutions. Everyone makes usually New Year's resolutions. And a lot of it's around weight. All right. So weight management, we tend to make these resolutions, and we tend to do things for maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks, and maybe you don't see the results, or maybe it's like a restrictive diet, and then you get discouraged, and then you just go back to your old habits.
Hey, you know what? I read something about Tony Robbins, who was sharing that a fact that by January 17th, more than 85% of New Year's resolutions are disappeared. So most people don't hang on their resolution.
Most of the time, because there's not a strong enough why of why they want to make the change.
Or an action plan.
Yeah,
things like
or
that.
It's not something.
January 17th. That's not even 1 month.
That's in like 2 days. So people have made the resolutions in 2 days. Hopefully you're not throwing everything out. So we have a question for you. Do you have a hard time maintaining or achieving your healthy weight? And the title today was what's the best diet for 2019? And you want to know what? It's not even a diet that we're going to be talking about.
No, it's
a way to live. It's a lifestyle, so that way you can have these healthy lifestyle habits on the long term.
Voila. All right. So unfortunately, a lot of people have to end up with a better weight, a healthier weight in 2019. Statistics are showing us that most of them will just abandon. They'll just vont lancer la serviette and say, too bad. I'm okay with my weight. The
pain is greater than the pain to actually make the change.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. And it's an industry that is really gaining in proportion. Apparently in 2017, the diet industry in North America was over $9 billion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And unfortunately, you look at the statistics of the North American population, people are not reaching those goals. All right. So we're going to share with you a few tips that are proven scientifically, and we took a look at a lot of research and publications on that, and we went with a very credible source, someone that you probably know as well, Dr. Mehmet Oz, who's a medical doctor, cardiologist, and lifestyle medicine expert, and he's also the host of the Dr. Oz Show, and he gives us a few advice. He says, first of all, he says that most diets are not only not well balanced, but many of them are actually potentially dangerous for your health. All right, so that's first thing. Second thing that he tells us is that we should look at, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But you should look at something that you won't change for 2 or 3 weeks or a month, and then go back to your old habits. Because if you stick with the same habits, believe it or not, you'll have the same results. So he says exactly. You should take a look at how you're eating and make good changes that will stay with you for the rest of your life, because you don't want to be healthy for 3 weeks. I hope so. We hope so. We hope that you want to be healthy.
Definitely. So we want to bring to you long-term solutions.
All right. So in that way of thinking, Dr. Oz mentions that there's one way of eating, one type of diet that is proven.
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
The Mediterranean diet. We laugh at this because I can't say it in French and he can't say it in English. So
yeah, I'm getting better.
We're getting better. You could say it. Go for it.
Mediterranean. Yes. At least I said half of it, so I'm getting better.
And in French, right? I'm like, Mediterranean.
So here we go. We all have our challenges, but we're getting better. You're getting better.
I'm getting better.
All right.
Every day we are getting better.
Méditerranéen. All right. And we'll share 4 principles of the régime méditerranéen that is proven, to help for hundreds of years, helping people live longer and healthier and lives with, with more vitality, more energy. So maybe you don't want to implement the entire régime méditerranéen, but maybe some things that you could integrate right away today, and we'll share with you 4 principles.
They're pretty easy, and we're not reinventing any kind of wheel. No. You already know them, but are you already putting them into practice?
That's the question.
Because the proven results are, it works.
It works.
So number one is putting in more fresh vegetables in an array of color, the more in their natural state.
Fresh.
So fresh, okay? So the more we cook the vegetable, the more we're taking out some of its nutrients, some of its properties, and we're left with more glucose, more sugar. So that's another subject. However, so we want to bring in more fresh veggies. That's what the Mediterranean diet says. More rainbow colors so that you get a variety of nutrients, you get minerals, antioxidants, and fiber. That should be abundance.
Second principle that Dr. Oz shares about the régime méditerranéen is focus on integrating more vegetable-based protein, such as legumes, grains, nuts, seeds as well. Thank you very much. Because it's a type of protein that is more compatible with the human digestive system. We're not saying, or Dr. Oz is not saying that you should avoid animal source protein, but if you look at the Mediterranean diet, I'm going to say it, I'm getting better.
That's it.
Almost
I like
three quarters.
We all have things to improve.
They have an abundance of vegetable-based protein in their morning, lunch, and evening meals. All right? So principle number 2.
Number 3 is bringing in good fats. So we don't want to stay away from fats, but we want to bring in good fats. So good fats that are more like olive oil, avocado, and good fats. We always need those in our diet.
Yeah, they're essentials. We call them essential fats simply because our body cannot produce them. We need to have them from une source extérieure.
External source.
External source.
God, we're so weird.
Whoa!
Going from French to English. An external source. So
I guess
bringing
it's
in
international because the topic is La Méditerranée.
Mediterranean. So bringing in good fats. Okay, just watch out for the trans fats, and trans stands for transformed fats. So they're unstable fats, and that's what causes inflammation in the body. Or saturated fat. So we want to stay away from those. Those will cause inflammation in the body. So good fats.
Principle number 4, and it goes with principle number 2 a little bit, hand in hand. What we see in the typical Mediterranean diet is that they eat a lot of seafood. and products from
the
food
sea.
from the sea. Okay, so fish, seafood, seaweeds are all excellent sources of protein, excellent sources of minerals, excellent sources of healthy fats, essential fats, like we just mentioned. So these 4 principles are basically the building blocks of that way of looking at your food. Okay,
and
so
building your meals every day, and it can be breakfast, lunch, as well as dinner, building it that way so that you reduce a lot of the refined sugars, a lot of the refined carbohydrates, okay, that do cause the inflammation and spike the blood sugar up and down.
All
Beautiful.
right.
And again, Dr. Mehmet Oz talks about consistency. So when you're choosing a way of eating, and whether it's the Mediterranean diet or any other diet that seems good for you, you want to be able to make it consistent. So again, not doing it for 2 or 3 weeks and then going back to your old habits, or doing something that's really restrictive. Okay, so the goal is to find a way to eat for you, that you satisfy yourself, that you have maintain your energy throughout the day, but that you're bringing in quality nutrients into your body, because we become what we eat. That's super, it's just basic in that way. So think about any time that you're putting it into your body, whether it's like chips, or whether it's like, like a candy bar, or whether it's even just, like French fries or something like that, you become that. That's your building blocks that you're bringing into your body. So then after, if you start feeling that you have low energy, or you don't achieve your healthy weight, or if you have other health problems, we'll come back down to it. It's a reality. There's no big elephant. There's what's the elephant in the room is that whatever you eat, you become. So,
exactly.
So that's what we just kind of want to talk about.
Let's say you would decide to build a new house. Would you pick the best quality material? Obviously, most of us would do that, make that decision, because we want a house that is solid, that will feel comfortable in it. So every time that you eat, you're helping your body build itself, basically. So don't think that because you don't feel something very, very extremely negative by eating something today or right now, that it doesn't do damages in your body. It's either producing something positive, or it's actually degrading your body. All right. Okay.
Oh, was so, a little bell to take? A little. Done?
I don't know.
So if this was information that was good for you, that you felt it was helpful, please do share on your Facebook page so that other people can watch the information. All
right. And if you'd like to know more about that, we have one of our EnerJize Your Life webinar. It's free. We like to share it because it gives us, or it gives you a little bit more time to, in less than half an hour, to understand a little bit more about that. And we give you tips on how to integrate that type of diet, and 4 other tips to make sure that your 2019 is really energized and you reach your health goals this year. So if you'd like to have our webinar, just write down in the comments,
EnerJize your life.
Or you can private message us, and we'll be very happy to share it with you. All right?
Excellent. We hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Hope these tips were helpful, and you can start implementing it right away into your life if you're not already doing it.
And we will see you on my Facebook page, and we'll talk about the compound effect of habits in your life.
Beautiful.
All right?
And next week,
your mindset.
We'll be talking about the metabolic syndrome, how to avoid
your waistline,
your little waistline, and how to get rid of that little tire, and what's producing that tire around your waist. Interesting. Okay. All right, take care, everyone.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.